of the hiking price of fuel, wanting him to cancel fuel deals with the Arab countries. Our reporter Romo Dennis gives us the full detailed story.
Azimio la Umoja coalition leader Raila Odinga on Thursday made his briefings at Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Foundation over the alleged grand scam in the procurement of petroleum products under the government-to-government deal that Kenya apparently signed with Saudi Arabia.
You will have noticed that Tanzania recently reduced the cost of petroleum products from 1st of November, while Kenya's remained the same or just marginally changed. Tanzania said it was reducing prices because of decrease in the world oil prices by an average of 5.68%, while premiums for importation of petroleum products had decreased by an average of 13% for super petrol, also known as premium motor gasoline or premium motor spirit.
Raila broke the silence over the country's high cost of fuel, said that the deal signed and kept secret was driving up the cost of fuel in the country while benefiting shadowy government officials. Raila
More than 300 prisoners at the Chuka prison in Katwana, Tharaka Nithi County planted 1,000 tree seedlings in line with the presidential target of planting 15 billion trees by the year 2032. As part of the Deputy President, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi, led in the exercise at the prison when she visited on Thursday for the boy-child outreach program against alcohol, drugs and substance abuse. The Tharaka Nithi women representative Susan Ngugi said the women need a prison in this locality so that their spouses and children can easily visit them while in incarceration.
Tunaangalia hapa Tharaka Nithi tuko na 3 constituencies. Hii ni Chuka la Ng'ombe, wengine wanaitwa Tharaka constituency, wengine ni Mara. Hapa kuna prison, Tharaka kuna prison ni Marmant prison, Mara kuna. Number 2, hii ni ya men na Marmant pia ni ya men. Sisi wamama tukikosa hiyo siku ningepatikana na makosa, ningejipata prison kule Meru ambapo ni baridi. Na tunajua vizuri mama kiambua neno litafikia mzee, litafikia mpaka president wetu. Tafadhali hata kama tuombe kila mtu ajipate kwa makosa ingie prison, na kama kweli mimi nilikuwa nimeshikwa na ningeingia prison, tujipange kidogo kidogo, hata mama wa Tharaka Nithi watafutiwe mali kidogo wasio wanaenda kule sana kwa karibu. Watoto watakuja mtembelea, wanapange nyumbani, mzee atakuja mtembelee akiwa karibu kuliko kule mbali, hata sisi tukue na kitu yetu na Marata wapate kitu yao. Asante sana kwa program ya upanzi wa miti. Najua tunaongea sana na wakubwa, na tutawasaidia mambo ya upanzi wa miti, tumewaadvise na tuendelee sisi wote kupanda miti. Wao machache tutaongea sana, yale nitakwambia kama mama ya Tharaka Nithi, tuendelee tukiongea na by the end of tomorrow evening tutakuwa na mengi ya kubeba ya kupeleka kule mbele, mkitetea na sisi tukiteta, hiyo mambo na
The police in Baringo earlier on Thursday managed to arrest a suspected bandit leader in Kapedo. According to the police, the suspect has been on the radar for the last 4 years, and his arrest will ease in the war on banditry in the North Rift region that has caused havoc over the past years. Police also managed to recover 2 guns and 15 bullets as investigations continue to identify those he has been collaborating with.
Na vile nimesema kupitia intelligence yetu multi agency tuliweza kumshika kule pande ya Kapedo na katuelekeza kwa mali alikuwa, na tukapata bunduki 2 na risasi 15. Tunaendelea kutafuta wale ambao wanahusika na yeye, na pia tunashuku kwamba bunduki zingine bado ziko kwa familia na wale marafiki zake, kwa sababu yeye ndio coordinator wa vijana katika area ya Silale paka Kapedo, na coordinate vijana kwa mambo ya wizi ya ng'ombe.
Lakini pia ametusaidia na information ambayo tunaamini kwamba tutaweza kupata bunduki zingine mingi. Pia ijulikane for the last 2 weeks tumeweza kupata our bandit 3 watatu, na moja ambaye tulipata pale Roruk. Mjua pale Roruk tumekuwa na issues na tuliweza kushika moja hapo ambaye amekuwa akihusika na ng'ombe, na in fact tukapata ng'ombe kwao. Mwingine tumepata upande wa Arabal, area Arabal, na tukalikava pia bunduki. Huyu naye watatu sasa na bunduki tatu so far. So kwa hivyo ni progress mzuri kwa hiyo operation ambayo inaendelea North Rift.
Former Lamu Senator Anwar Loitiptip has been charged before a Nairobi court with 6 million Kenyan shillings motor vehicle fraud. In the first count, Anwar was accused that on August 3rd, 2022, at an unknown place within the country without lawful authority or excuse, made a motor vehicle registration certificate purporting it to be a genuine certificate issued by the National Transport and Safety Authority. He faced another count of fraudulently uttering to Samson Malonza a forged motor vehicle certificate for motor vehicle registration number KDA 005C on the same dates and place. The court had Loitiptip also fraudulently obtained from Samson Malonza a total sum of 6 million Kenyan shillings by falsely pretending that he was in a position to sell him a Land Cruiser V8, a fact he knew to be false. He is allegedly to have committed the offense on August 3rd, 2022 in Kileleshwa area in Kilimani. He denied the charges before Milimani Senior Principal Magistrate Gilbert Shikwe and pleaded for lenient bond terms. The court released him on a cash bail of 700,000 Kenyan shillings or a bond of 1 million shillings. The case will be mentioned on November 30th. Anwar was brought to court after a warrant of arrest was issued against him for failing to appear in court last week to answer to the charges. And to sudden news, a patient who was admitted in the ward and later discharged after healing has turned out to be stealing from the patients who are helpless, pretending to help to contact their relatives but withdraws what the patient has from their M-Pesa account. This comes when a family of Miriam Boy took his husband to the Level 5 hospital where he was admitted last week on Thursday and on Saturday. The relatives were requested to take the patient for a test on colonoscopy to examine the large bowel and distal portion, but the patient Julius Wangi Gathe, aged 60 years, could not afford the amount required at that moment.
Tulileta mgonjwa hapa Kiambu, ni mzee wa sister yangu, tukamleta akaadmitiwa. Ikiwa Thursday nikakuja, nikaambiwa kuna scan anatakiwa afanyiwe. Tunaambiwa ita cost 21,000. Sasa mimi nikaongea na sister yangu, alafu nikaambia huyu mgonjwa niende niongea na sister yangu tujue vile tutasaidiana. Sasa ikiwa Saturday huyu mgonjwa nikampigia simu akaniambia ametumiwa na watu wa sako ya 11,000. Sasa masaa ya jioni kuongea na huyu mgonjwa kushika simu yangu, nikaongea na sister yangu akaniambia zile pesa zimeporwa ati na mtu wako kwa wandi mwenye anawasaidia, ati alikuwa ametibiwa amepona. Sasa ndiye anawasaidia wangu waku anaweza hata kujiamusha. Ndio sasa akampea pini yake ya M-Pesa. Kuna hiyo pesa alikuwa ametumiwa 11,000. Na sasa mimi nilikuwa nimemuahidi nitatoa 5,000 zangu. Sasa Saturday jioni ndio nilisikia hiyo pesa imetolewa. Nikakuja huku Osinjana. tukajaribu kufuata hiyo kitu, tukajaribu hata kuenda kwa OCS. Hata sasa tumetoka huko, tumekuja na askari, tukapata huyo mgonjwa amekufa. Na yule mwizi tunasikia kwa hapo ndani. Tukaenda kwa safari kwa wakaitisha yule mgonjwa na alikuwa aweza kajiambusha. Walisema wanataka huyo mgonjwa aende andikishe.
A sad state of affair indeed. Nairobi Gate Industrial Park has launched the first special economic zone with a gazetted customs control area in East Africa. This consolidation would allow businesses operating from Nairobi Gate additional efficiencies, including a one-stop shop for regulatory agencies, including the Kenya Revenue Authority, Kenya Ports Authority, Customs, and the Special Economic Zones Authority. Speaking at the launch, Honorable Abubakar Hassan Abubakar, Principal Secretary, State Department for Investment Promotion, underscored the importance of industrial parks in driving investments within the country, in addition to accelerating manufacturing in and promoting skills exchange, noting that the industrial park has already created 434 direct and indirect jobs and is expected to generate at least 10,000 job opportunities as it progresses.
And I'm glad to report that so far we have gazetted 28 special economic zones. Out of the 28 which are currently being developed, 7 are already gazetted as custom controlled and 3 are fully operational, which includes the Nairobi Gate. These tools are publicly developed or privately developed. So out of the 28 special economic zones,
as Kenyans in different parts of the country continue counting losses following heavy downpour, Mombasa County government now says they will be forced to use the court to facilitate demolitions of poorly constructed buildings that block drainage systems, causing floods that have caused destructions. Governor Abdul Swamad Nasir says that despite his government's efforts to counter the effects of heavy rains, he might be forced to seek legal guidance to bring down the multi-million buildings that continue blocking the drainage systems.
There are 2 places I'm insisting again. It is either we go through a court process of telling the multi-million investments upande ule wa Links Road, demolish everything down. That is one option. And option 2 is we now have to work with wale contractors wenye kujenga ile barabara ya Bombolulu. But even as they're doing that, as a stopgap measure, the county government has already dug huge soak pits, and even as we're doing that, mvua kila ikitulia, we're sending in a water evacuation.
Still in the counties, the Kenya National Union of Nurses and Kenya Union of Clinical Officers in Kajiado have issued a 7-day strike notice citing violation of their rights by their employers. The medics now say their grievances have been ignored for months now, leaving them with no other options than to withdraw their services. The health practitioners have blamed the county health department for unfair promotions, leaving out doctors who have worked for years with no promotion. They also want their employer to ensure their CBF benefits are remitted in time before the elapse of their 7-day ultimatum.
Mimi naitwa Sadera Alfred. Mimi ndio mwenyekiti wa Kenya Union of Clinical Officers tawi la Kajiado. Na sababu yetu kuja hapa leo ni kwa sababu ya mambo na changamoto ambazo zinakumba wafanyikazi wa kitengo ama department ya health. Kama siku 10 zilizopita tumepeana strike notice ya kueleza kwamba kuna mambo ambazo zisipozingatiwa ifikapo wiki ijayo sisi hatutaweza kuwa kazini. kwa sababu ya zile changamoto. Na changamoto ambazo zimetajwa katika ile barua, moja ni issue ya promotion and resignations, na ya pili ni mambo ya shortage, na ya tatu ni kwa mambo ya uzeeni. Kuna deductions ambazo zinafanyika katika department ya payroll kama wafanyikazi na hayafiki kwenye inafaa kufika. Saa hii ukiangalia katika statements ya wafanyikazi wengi, hiyo ni karibu miezi 10 ambazo asija remitiwa katika ile malipo ya uzeeni maarufu kama CPF. Kwa hivyo sisi tumekuja hapa kuambia umma ama the general public that ifikapo siku ya Jumatatu, kama hakuna jambo ambalo limetendeka ambazo katika changamoto zetu zile hasijazingatiwa na mwajiri wetu, tutakuwa tunaenda nyumbani ambaka wakati ule itaongelelewa.
And welcome to the fields. The search for the 8 under-19 football teams that will play during the Jamhuri Day Cup on December 12th has started in Nyeri County. A total of 21 football teams from 18 counties on Thursday converged at the Moi Complex Primary School for day 1 of the Talanta Hela tournament, which will culminate on the 22nd of November. The morning fixtures brought together the Kwale County boys team against Mandera County and ended with a 2-0 win for Mandera, while the match between the Kakamega County boys team beat the Homa Bay boys team ended in a 2-0 win for Homa Bay. In the girls category, the Migori County team braved the chilly weather to beat the Marsabit County team 4-1 by the end of the first half. On Friday, Marsabit County boys will face the Busia team boys team at 9:30 a.m. while the Machakos County girls team will play against the Mombasa County girls team. Still on soccer, a poor display in the second half saw Kenya capitulate against Gabon and conceded 2-1 defeat in a World Cup qualifier on Thursday, November 16th, 2023. Stars were in the good form in the first half and grabbed the lead from Masoud Juma's goal, but could not replicate the form in the second half as the Central African mounted a comeback to win. The Central Africans scored late in the second half to claim a critical 2-1 win. Kanga was the scorer of the third goal of the match that broke Kenya's hearts in Franceville.
And it's a brilliant finish, absolutely fantastic from Dennis Boanga. He got in beside the Kenyan defence, still had so much to do, but what a finish that is. And that's really lit the touch paper in his crowd as well.
And that is all we had prepared for you this afternoon. Stand by for more news coming at 4, that is with the Kiswahili desk. And later on, we will have Prime Edition at 9 p.m. So stand by for more news. This is EBN TV News at 1. My name is Consolata Chibalonza. And until next time, have a beautiful weekend.